They're all gonna come for XRP, mark my words. The biggest players in institutional finance, not just in crypto, but in traditional legacy finance too, will eventually see the light. And honestly, we're already seeing some strong signs of that, aren't we? I've got a couple of juicy examples to share with you in just a bit, but that's not all. We're also going to have some fun today. Yep, I'll be roasting a bunch of toxic Bitcoin maximalists because, let's face it, poking holes in their nonsense is just pure entertainment. A little good-natured fun never hurt anyone, right? Tired of fake gurus who claim to be expert traders but never trade live? I trade live on the second largest crypto exchange, where everything is transparent and results can't be faked. For over 440 days, I've consistently closed every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $34,000 in profits, with only 4% drawdown. Verified results, not empty claims. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in my profile and start copying my trades for free today. Before we dive in though, let me be crystal clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I have zero financial credentials, and nothing I say or write should be taken as financial advice. Seriously, don't go buying or selling anything because of me. Now, back to the good stuff. There's an article up on your screen I wanted to quickly highlight. I'm not even going to read it to you. It's from FX Empire and is titled XRP News Today. SEC Appeal Withdrawal Hopes Fuel 5-Day XRP Rally. Sound exciting? Let's break it all down. Don't buy into stories like this, folks. Legacy media, even crypto media, often fall for these narratives. But anyone who's been in crypto longer than 5 seconds knows better. It's not that real-world events don't affect crypto, they do. But more often than not, the market is already moving, and people just slap a convenient headline on whatever happens that day. Big market swing? Oh, must be tied to that ecosystem news. Here's the trick. The timelines rarely match up. We're in the information age. News travels fast. If the market doesn't react immediately, it's probably not the news driving it. Yet, people still try to connect the dots, even when they don't fit. Watch closely, and you'll see it too. Some of this stuff just doesn't add up. Seriously, if you check out XRP's price chart, there's nothing there to suggest this news moved the needle at all. It's like the dots aren't connecting. I've been all over the SEC versus Ripple drama, appeals, rulings, you name it. And honestly, none of it seems to freaking matter in the grand scheme. Just had to get that off my chest before diving into something way more exciting. Here's the big headline. ETF Store President reveals bold timeline for BlackRock to file XRP ETF. Now, this is worth buzzing about. Why? Because the ETF Store President is basically echoing thoughts I've been shouting from the rooftops for over a year now, maybe even longer. Back when crypto ETFs became the hot topic, late 2023 rolled around, and everyone knew a Bitcoin ETF was on the horizon. Sure enough, it got the green light in January 2024, and now the chatter around an XRP ETF is heating up. When the conversation heated up, I found myself speaking up more often. Why? Because this was a hot topic I couldn't ignore. I kept telling everyone, mark my words, XRP is next. Big players like BlackRock and other financial giants aren't going to sit out the crypto revolution. Why would they? The opportunity is too massive to pass up. And now, we have something big to back that up. Nick Geraci, president of ETF Store, has just made a bold prediction for XRP, and it's turning heads. In a tweet today, Geraci confidently forecasted that multi-trillion-dollar asset manager BlackRock will file for an XRP ETF. He even expanded his prediction to include Solana, saying BlackRock will likely file for ETFs for both assets. That's a game changer. Here's the juicy part. BlackRock already dominates the crypto ETF space for Bitcoin and Ethereum, leading with the largest inflows. Geraci emphasized that BlackRock isn't about to let competitors launch ETFs for major players like XRP and Solana without stepping in. This is their arena, and they're not backing down. Folks, this is exactly what I've been saying for over a year. BlackRock is not going to sit on the sidelines. I even called it back at the start of October. Geraci's prediction just confirms what we've all been waiting for. It was October 2nd, I remember clearly, when we heard the groundbreaking news. The first ever XRP ETF filing. My immediate reaction? Guys, you know BlackRock's going to jump in, right? Seriously, it's BlackRock we're talking about, the world's largest asset manager, with over $11 trillion in assets under management. Let that sink in. Trillions. Absolutely mind-blowing. You think they're going to dominate Bitcoin and Ethereum markets, but just ignore XRP? Not a chance. These guys don't sit on the sidelines. They see dollar signs, plain and simple. They know customers are ready to buy an XRP ETF, a product backed by actual XRP, and that's why it's a big deal for all of us. XRP will literally fuel this entire thing. Of course they're going to dive in. It's the most obvious play on the planet. Sure, BlackRock's CEO Larry Fink has been dodging questions about it publicly. He's been asked, and he just sidesteps. But come on, we all know where this is heading. They're coming in. It's inevitable. And here's the kicker. Nate Karachi posted this bold prediction. He's calling it. BlackRock will file for both Solana and XRP ETFs. Solana could happen any day now, and XRP, likely once the lawsuit wraps up. It's not crazy to think they might be waiting, but honestly, why would they? XRP already has legal clarity. Maybe Nate just doesn't realize that. The SEC isn't challenging XRP's status or its attributes. It's not a security, and that's not up for debate. Nate might simply not know this yet. If you're deep in the XRP community like I am, this is common knowledge. But for someone outside of it, it's understandable to miss those details. That's not a knock on him. You can't be an expert on every crypto ecosystem out there. If he's unaware, it's a fair assumption to make. Still, I can't see why BlackRock would sit back and let others take the lead. That seems like a missed opportunity, unless of course the lawsuit wraps up soon. Who knows? Timing could align perfectly. Maybe the SEC appeal fades away, Ripple moves forward, and then BlackRock jumps in. It might just all fall into place. Here's the thing, I'm not convinced that's what they're thinking. But anyway, here's the kicker. BlackRock is currently dominating in assets for both Bitcoin and Ether ETFs. Do you really think they'll just sit back and let competitors swoop in with ETFs for 2 of the top 5 non-stablecoin cryptos? Not a chance. BlackRock will fight tooth and nail to protect their lead. And mark my words, BlackRock will file for crypto index ETFs. That's the real game changer for everyday investors. Imagine an ETF that tracks, say, the top 10 coins, or maybe 20, even 30. It adjusts automatically based on market shifts. A set it and forget it kind of deal. Think of it as the crypto equivalent of an S&P 500 index fund. And let's be honest, those types of ETFs are already a cornerstone for stock investors, tracking the S&P 500 and making life simple. Now picture that for crypto. Absolutely groundbreaking. And yes, XRP would likely be included. That's the coolest part. It's not just a big deal. It's going to be huge. Alright folks, the internet never fails to deliver when it comes to wild hot takes. Let's dive into some head scratchers, courtesy of chart analyst E. Greg Crypto. So, I stumbled across this gem featuring Scott Melker, aka the Wolf of All Streets, who shared news from Nate Karachi claiming BlackRock plans to file for XRP and Solana ETFs. Bold, right? But then, enter Tom Hu, a name I wasn't familiar with until now. E. Greg Crypto weighed in, saying, "When I hear BlackRock might file for XRP and Solana ETFs, and then see Tom Hu, CEO of Nirvana, a DeFi startup backed by Sequoia, Polychain, and Founders Fund, calling XRP a scam, one thing's clear. Tom is either utterly clueless or just a paid talking head. Ouch. Major red flags for Bitcoin maximalists still not realizing the world is shifting under their feet. Honestly, it's baffling. This guy, Tom Hu, who seems to embody the toxic Bitcoin maxi mindset, somehow gets funded by some of the largest venture firms out there. The irony is almost too much. Safe to say, some folks just don't get it, and they're going to miss out big time. So anyway, he replies to Scott Melker saying, "Not great. We really don't need ETFs for scams like XRP, LOL. Oh really, Tom Hu? What insider intel do you have that the rest of the world somehow missed to prove XRP is a scam? It's been around for over a decade, yet some of the sharpest minds on the planet, wealthy multimillionaires and billionaires, are not only backing it, but actively building on the XRP ledger. Let's not forget the SEC, which went full throttle against Ripple and XRP. After all their digging and legal warfare, they found zero fraudulent behavior from Ripple or its people. So let me get this straight. The SEC, whose sole mission was to take down XRP, couldn't find a shred of evidence to call it a scam. But you, Tom, sitting on your high horse with your keyboard, magically know something they don't? Please, what do you actually know? Spoiler alert, absolutely nothing. That's right, jack shit. And this is classic toxic Bitcoin maxi behavior. It's a scam, LOL. Oh, how original. He's stuck in his little echo chamber of toxic maximalists, all patting each other on the back, giggling like it's high school. It's laughable, really. Just a chorus of clueless commentary from people who refuse to see the bigger picture. Can you believe the way some people think? Like, seriously, how does someone's brain work like that? They say the wildest things, completely unfounded, and then just repeat it over and over like it's fact. It's like they're on autopilot, spouting nonsense, including outright lies about XRP. And yet, none of it really matters because, despite the noise, the legends keep stepping in and making waves. Take yesterday, for example. I made a video about none other than John Bollinger, the legendary trader himself, posting about XRP. Let that sink in for a moment. Tons of analysts are buzzing about this because it's a big deal. Some of the insights people are sharing are fascinating, and I want to highlight a few of the ones I didn't get to cover in my video. The fact that Bollinger is talking about XRP again is blowing minds, especially since he hasn't mentioned it since 2018. That's 7 long years of silence, and now he's back. But here's the kicker. It's not from a fundamental perspective. It's all about the charts. This guy is a charting legend, with decades of expertise under his belt. Honestly, I don't think he even considers himself a crypto guy, yet he's weighing in on XRP, and people are paying attention. Let's not forget, John Bollinger is the genius behind Bollinger Bands, a tool we in the XRP community used extensively throughout 2024. Remember when we noticed the bands were the tightest in history, signaling a massive breakout? I broke all of that down in detail yesterday, so I won't rehash it here. Just putting this out there, this is what I've been saying all along. When I say everyone will eventually come for XRP, I mean it. Here's a perfect example. Someone who didn't even have XRP on their radar now sees the potential. They're looking at the charts like, yep, this is it. Whether it's chart analysts or major institutions like BlackRock, they're all going to come around. It's inevitable. Sooner or later, everyone will figure out what's happening here. You know how those toxic Bitcoin maximalists love to say, you get the Bitcoin price you deserve, dripping with snark? Like, oh, you didn't get it, so now you have to pay more. Well, guess what? By their own logic, they're going to get the XRP price they deserve, probably in double digits, if not higher, by the time they wake up. So, joke's on them. Here's something interesting. The blockchain backer shared a post from John Bollinger on X to his 237,300 followers, no less. Bollinger said, of all the major crypto vehicles, Ripple resisted the recent singing of the siren song best. Will it become the new leader? XRP/USD is making waves. The writing's on the wall. Are they paying attention yet? Alright, let's be fair. I'm giving him a pass. It's clear he doesn't know much about the XRP ecosystem. He's focused on the chart, convinced of his own analysis. So yeah, he called XRP Ripple. Not a big deal. I'll let it slide. I don't think there's any trolling going on here. There's no evidence of that. Honestly, he rarely even mentions XRP. 7 years in, and this guy still gets a pass. Now, here's the interesting part. The blockchain backer reposted something big. John Bollinger, the man behind the legendary Bollinger Bands, who hadn't posted in 2 weeks, suddenly comes out to recognize XRP as the strongest and possibly the new leader. That's huge. Seeing charting icons like him acknowledge XRP's significance is a moment worth celebrating. And let's not downplay it. John Bollinger spoke up. He didn't mention any of the endless meme coins or the thousands of other cryptos out there. No, he called attention to XRP. Think about that for a second. Read between the lines, folks. This is bigger than it seems. Crypto Insight UK shared an intriguing post yesterday, sparking some serious XRP buzz. He reposted it asking, are we underestimating this potential move? He pointed out that John's analysis is purely technical. No emotions, no fundamentals, just charts. And you know what? That's fine. It's his style, and honestly, that's what makes it so fascinating. But it doesn't stop there. Legendary chart analyst Credible Crypto chimed in too, reposting with a simple yet bold, "Zerp it XRP." Then came Charting Guy, turning up the hype by highlighting John Bollinger himself, the creator of the iconic Bollinger Bands, had weighed in. When Bollinger speaks, people listen. Now, not everyone's going to get it right away, of course, but here's the fun part. Let's dive into some of the usual antics from toxic Bitcoin maximalists. Their reactions? Absolutely hilarious. Vance posted something interesting the other day declaring, all in on XRP. But honestly, can we even call XRP an altcoin anymore? It's leading this bull run and clearly cementing its status as goated. The greatest of all time, obviously. Then Charting Guy jumped in, reposting Vance's take with the XRP ticker and a meme. You know the one. Morpheus from the Matrix, rocking those iconic 90s shades. The meme? What if I told you Bitcoin is the altcoin now? A solid joke, given how well XRP's been performing lately, even if Bitcoin's far from obsolete. Of course, this triggered the ultimate buzzkill, a toxic Bitcoin maxi, and you can spot them from a mile away. Just look for the lightning emoji in their name. That's the calling card. Every single one of them, no exceptions. And naturally, this guy had to chime in, proving once again why they're so predictable and unintentionally hilarious. They're endlessly hyped about this lightning thing, this layer 2 tech. How long's it been now? A decade? Maybe longer? Feels like an eternity at this point. And how many people have actually adopted it? 2? 3? Tops. Then they just gave up? So now we're back to square one? Hard to tell. But hey, at least they've got that flashy lightning logo slapped on everything. Big win, right? So now the poet chimes in, replying to the chart guy with this gem. Just like Ethereum, shitcoins go to zero when you hold Bitcoin as your money. What an absolutely ridiculous thing to say. Seriously, the sheer arrogance is staggering. These people are so full of themselves it's almost impressive. You just know they're walking around acting like they've cracked the code to life. It's like they're in some weird little Bitcoin maxi bubble, completely sealed off from reality. No fresh ideas, no outside perspectives, just an endless loop of self-congratulation. They're practically marinating in their own hype. It's bizarre, honestly. It all goes to zero because reasons. Sure, let's roll with that. The rest of the world seems to disagree with you when it comes to investing in crypto. Otherwise, coins like XRP wouldn't have stuck around for over a decade. By every long-term metric, adoption keeps climbing. But sure, go off, genius. Then Charting Guy chimed in with a zinger. XRP outperforms Bitcoin this cycle. Dumbass. Gotta love his bluntness. Short, sharp, and straight to the point. Brevity is the soul of wit, right? Shakespeare said that. Or should I say Bill Shakespeare? Charting Guy might just be the Bill Shakespeare of crypto Twitter. But wait, it gets better. Enter Nico, another Bitcoin maximalist, who responded to Charting Guy with this gem. This post has to be a joke. Bitcoin is God's money and XRP is pure evil. Facepalm emoji included, of course. Ah, yes. XRP, this decentralized distributed ledger tech, is pure evil. It's Satan incarnate. But Bitcoin? Clearly divine. Nothing like throwing religion into a conversation about computer code. Makes perfect sense. Charting Guy reposted it, and honestly, I couldn't stop laughing. Alright, I've got to share this with you. It's hilarious. Someone wrote, God created the blockchain in 7 days. And Jesus? Well, he mined Bitcoin back in Bethlehem using a divine ASIC rig to secure the network of salvation. Classic, right? Oh, and remember the flood? Turns out Moses didn't just save animals. He took 2 of every crypto. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, you name it. He stored them all on his immutable ledger, the Arc chain, to protect them from the deluge of fiat currency. Absolute gold. Of course, some people got way too serious about it. Blasphemy, they cried. To them I say, relax. It's a joke. Your religion isn't so sacred that it's immune to humor. Learn to laugh a little. Life's better that way. You can joke about anything else, but suddenly the one thing you hold dear is off limits. That's not how the world works. Grow up. Thankfully, it wasn't a lot of people, but scrolling through the comments, I saw a few who clearly missed the point. My goodness, lighten up. It's not hate, it's not even close. It's just a clever, funny take on Bitcoin God, and let's be real, mocking toxic Bitcoin maximalists. Brilliant delivery, and honestly, it made my day. Anyway, let me remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything based on what I say, alright? Seriously, that would be a terrible, terrible idea.